this is going. Gain. Okay, people are watching. I am live now. This is the Great Conjunction from South Africa, where I'm at right now in Johannesburg. This is live. This is a live telescope image through my telescope in my backyard, actually on the balcony at my house right now. Something I've been hoping to be able to do, and it looks like it's working out, which is super cool. So let's keep this going. Luckily we've got it in color, which is cool. I'm changing settings here and there. That's where you're going to see things kind of move around. Feel free, throw questions in the comments, do whatever you like. I don't really care about subscribers and likes and all that stuff, but please do share this live video right now on your social media, just because I'm really busy with like all kinds of things going on at once here. Telescope control, stream control, all that stuff. So if you can help me get the word out of this live event happening right friggin' now, that would be really cool if you could help me with that. So please do that. Share the link on your social media if you would, to help me out. That'd be cool. So yeah, what we're seeing now, you can see some faint moons of Jupiter. You see Jupiter, you see the bands of Jupiter. We're seeing Europa here, just faintly. Io, the moon, Ganymede here, and then out here, just super faint, you probably can't see it on YouTube very well, is Callisto. So that's what we can see. Let me know if you can't hear me, or if everything is working well. You just please let me know how things are working. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this, and I'm really not, I mean, I'm going to take a few captures. I should probably do that now. No, it's still too early. It's still too bright. The sky's too bright. I'm not going to do it right now. But yeah, this is the current live view of the Great Conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn right now. You'll see them kind of moving around. Okay, cool. Hello, Nicole. How are you? I remember Nicole from way back when. Fabulous. Can you hear me, the noisy astronomer? Right? Doctor of the sky, Nicole. Dr. Nicole. Awesome. Ah, man, I haven't even, it goes so far back. It's fabulous to see you. Oh man, can't see any moons. Yes you can. Hold on, I'll make it so you can see some moons. There's, well, the sky is still pretty light, but there's, maybe I can pop the gain a little. You know what I'll do? I'll just slam this gain up here and drop the gamma, so then you can see some moons, just because moons are pretty cool, but it's going to blow Jupiter out. So at least you'll be able to see moons. So I don't know if we're able to see, let's see, Titan will be down here somewhere. It's going to be really faint though, so I don't expect to see Titan. I'll have to jack up some of that, but now there's some moons. You can see some of the Jupiter moons now. Yeah. Marlon, hello Marlon. Yeah, this is somebody asked in the comments, Dennis asking in the comments, Am I recording this for later? Yeah, it's gonna be live, or not live, but it'll be available to watch on YouTube at any time on this channel, on the same link. Nothing's gonna change. So, but there it is. Fabulous. It must be a star here, because this is Ganymede and Callisto, and then there must be like a brighter star right there, which, oh yeah, there is. That is star HD, so right out here. You can't, you can kind of barely see it every once in a while. Star HD 191250. Yeah. So anyway, let me pop this back down because I really like to see the bands. Those are my favorites. I'm gonna bring that up. Gain's a little high. There we go. Now we should be able to see some nice band action there. I'm gonna bump the gamma up so we can see Saturn a little bit better. Ooh, a little too much. But see, when we leave this gamma down, we can see those bands a little bit better. I'll zoom in another time here. You know what I'll do actually? Look at this. Okay, just for fun, I'm gonna make this, yes, and then we'll make it like 200%. So there's Jupiter right now, just Jupiter. Okay, you can see the bands, you can see some moons. And then, oh, I need, you know what, this isn't centered at all. I need to make sure this thing stays centered. There we go. Okay, cool. Oh man, there they are, hard to see. Okay, so those are the moons. Then we can look at Saturn just for fun, because, you know, it's just so nice. Okay, so there's Saturn. There's Saturn right now. I guess I can make it a little bit bigger. I'm only using a 600mm telescope right now, so that's why we're not getting a lot of detail, because I want to get both, you know, objects in the field of view, because it's, you know, kind of important and rad. So we're gonna do that. The only bad thing about this YouTube stuff is you have to like talk to yourself. So please, like, chatter at me. You know? Chatter at me in the comments, like, all you want. Oh, see the clouds coming through right now? That sucks. Let's hope they stay away. Although I know I've got a relatively clear sky, so if there's any cloud cover, it's just going to move through. You know, it should be okay. I can increase this gamma some more. Offset down to 0, gamma up. There we go. That's better. So I don't like to do that because then it washes out the bands of Jupiter, but then you can see Saturn a lot better, and it's just, I mean, really, this is two planets in our solar system with their moons, you know. Also, I wish we could see Titan. Man, I'll do like a super blowout exposure. I do want to capture stuff. It's still too bright, I think. Although, you know, I'm gonna do a capture quick, just for fun, because I do want to have an image of this. So I'm going to set a cutout that I'm going to capture, and it can be small this time because these things are so close together. I'll just do this. This is the area that we're going to capture. And then I want to make sure it's in the center as much as it can be. Cool, there, that will do. Okay. Yeah, because it's going to slowly shift down. I'm going to turn the gamma off for this so I can do a proper capture. Turn the gain up a little bit. I'm going to limit it to 1 minute. Sorry, I'm doing capture stuff right now. It's debared, it's colored, it's flipping bright. Okay, there we go. So this, what you're seeing now basically is, this is the faithful reproduction of the brightness differences. So you'll see, you know, how Jupiter is quite a bit brighter, you know. So like on my histogram here, Jupiter is at almost 100%. So we're almost clipping Jupiter. It's like 95% on the histogram, and that's, you know, that's as low as we want to get for any of that. But you can still see Saturn, which is super cool. And all you have to really do is bump the gamma or the midtones in post, and then you'll be able to get a nice image of both of them. Okay, cool. So what have we got here? Questions. I'm looking. Joel, nice to see you, man. Joel, and then there's Dan. Fabulous. Dennis. Okay, Rose. Hey, Rose. I'm so glad to share this stuff. I know Rose appreciates this stuff a ton. So, you know, this one's for you. I know there's a lot of people in the world right now that have got, like, you know, clouds and all kinds of stuff going on. So, it's really, really crappy. Okay, cool. So we can turn the gamma back up so we can see everything. The idea is for me to keep everything inside that yellow box, because that's what I'm going to be recording when I do any sort of image capture. But the clouds will stay away. I hope you all get a chance to see this with your eyes, because it's really, really beautiful. It's just so cool. I haven't looked at it yet today. I've only been doing this telescope feed, so I'm actually gonna go take a peek really quick, because I have to. I can't not look at this with my eyes. I have to. So I will be like right back. And of course, just as I go and look with my eyes, it's like there's some slight clouds coming through, so that's not cool. That's why it's getting a little dimmer. There's a little bit of cloud in front of it, and it's going to come back, get dim, come back. It is what it is. That's what happens. So, but it's a tiny patch of clouds. It's already passed, so you can see it now. It is observatory time here at Greenside Observatory. Is what is it? 1926 UT. We should be able to see this for another, I would say, 45 minutes, 40 minutes, 35 minutes, something like that. And then it's going to be too low. So I am going to okay. It's still, the sky is still bright, not bright, but bright-ish. Wow, look at that. I like it better when it's just all the one brightness there. But I do like this gamma up. It does look nice. Turn up the sky. See, that's more like what the sky looks like right now for me. It's not dark yet, but at least we can see color, which is so cool. I just ordered this color camera. It arrived from China on Friday, actually, which was, I mean, the timing couldn't have been any better. So let's see if I have any questions in the comments over here. Yes, Jupiter is brighter than Saturn because it is more reflective, and it's also a lot closer and bigger. I don't know. I mean, it's just more reflective. That's the biggest thing, but it's also a lot closer. So this is one thing we're seeing, like, you know, without talking beyond any knowledge that I have, is what we're seeing is basically time travel. We're seeing Jupiter, which is about, I don't know, 35 light minutes away-ish, you know, maybe 40 light minutes away. Somebody look it up right now for me and tell me exactly what that is. And then Saturn is more like an hour and a half, you know, or 1.3 hours or so away from us. So we're seeing like 2 points in time at the same time. Like, we're seeing Saturn, which is 1.5 hours ago. So the light from Saturn left Saturn that we're seeing. It left Saturn an hour and a half ago or so. And the light we're seeing on Jupiter left Jupiter. So we're seeing the state of Jupiter's planetary system as of 40 minutes ago or so, which is flippin' so cool to me. I don't know, it just blows my mind that we can see that kind of thing. So I'm gonna take another capture just because I can, and I'm gonna do more like a 2-minute capture this time. I'll do it with the gamma on. I'm gonna turn the offset off. This is like a no-no to do it with the gamma on like this, but I don't care because it's my party and I can do whatever I want. And okay, just making sure I'm not making any major mistakes. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna capture this for 2 minutes or so and see how many frames we get. Yeah, so if you ever see anybody, this is, oh, did you see that? It was a bird. So what I'm doing is I'm capturing video frames with a planetary astronomy camera, and it captures many, many, many thousands of frames. Each frame is an image. Each frame is a photo. And then the computer, I put it through software that then looks through all of the entire video stream that I captured and all of the images in that video, every frame, and it picks out the sharpest ones. And the sharpest ones are the ones that get stacked. And so when I say stacked, it means that it averages all the pixels, so that you get rid of all the noise. You only get the actual photons, the actual stuff. You don't get any camera noise or anything like that. So you get like a nicer image that you can then sharpen and bring out the detail a little bit and just make it look really nice. And so I'm just capturing a lot of frames. So right now it looks like I'm gonna get about, I would say about 15,000 frames or so, just for one little image of, you know, this beautiful flippin' conjunction. Yeah, Alan saw it outside. Alan Fersfeld is here in South Africa as well. He's in the astronomy club that I'm part of, or have been in the past, but nobody's part of a club right now. But Alan, yeah, that's cool. He's here. It looks like Wayne is also here. Fabulous. They will be tomorrow. This time tomorrow, these two will be closer to each other. So basically, what's going to happen is they're sliding past each other, and Jupiter and Saturn. Hang on, sorry, I'm like in the middle of doing this thing. Okay, so Jupiter is going to be like tomorrow around this time. Jupiter is going to be like right here. And so they're going to be like basically right on top of each other. So they're going to be, this is not that much different than the closest approach. And it's been this way for a few days now, a couple days. Like it started out here, then here, then here. Yesterday it was like out here or so. So but tomorrow it's going to be right around here. And that's the closest approach. It's just going to slide right through. Those sound effects, those are real. That's what sound it makes when it slides past Saturn. It goes, okay, cool. I need to turn the, oh, there's the gamma. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of stuff in the atmosphere today. See that? It looks like water. You see those bands a lot better that way as well. But I like seeing the moons. I don't know about you. Let's see. Just for funs, now I'm going to double the exposure. I'm actually going to triple the exposure time to 12. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's double it again. Let's see if we can get any of Saturn's moons. I'm going to turn this off. I want to see Titan. There's Titan popping in. Cool. Okay, this is cool. All right, if we do it again, that's 24. No, okay, that's at 168. We'll just pop this up. We'll be able to see Titan. So Titan is right here. This is one of the moons of Saturn. That is pretty cool. Right there. You can barely see that popping in. I'll do it some more. Normally I don't do anything this long ever. This is just for you, the viewer. Oh, and we get another moon of Saturn popping in when I do that. What is this one? Let's look. Why did it turn the compass on? Stupid. I've got up here on mounted up here. I've got a iPad with a star chart that tells me cool things. Okay, so that's Titan down there, and then just off, that's either going to be Rhea or Tethys. Because they're there. This would be Rhea. And then, like, if we could see it, Deity would be up here, and Celadus would be over here. But yeah, this would be Rhea. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Okay, so there's your moons. There's your moon mission. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. I really like that. Sorry, Wayne, it's cloudy by you now. I hope it stays here for me. Before it gets cloudy, I'm actually going to do another capture. I need to go set this back. This is 170 or so, and then this was going to be at 4. Okay, cool. Wow. Oof. This seeing is really bad tonight, actually. Very bad. Definitely looking through clouds here, but that's okay. So, gain is up there. What's our offset? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do a capture, so my apologies. It's gonna get dimmer. This is more of the actual brightness of that. Where's my capture box? There it is. I need to do that. Center it a little bit. This is just so rad. I love this stuff so much. Okay, cool. There's that. Alright. Very, very cool. I wonder if I have anything I'm supposed to be answering on Twitter. I guess I can do whatever I want, so there's no supposed to be, but I'll go over here and check. Nope. Oh, I should probably retweet myself, because I can. Live now. Great. I wish they didn't call it the Great Conjunction, but I suppose it's pretty great. Jupiter and Saturn. So if you can see this, you must, like if you have any sort of ability to see this at all, you gotta go outside and look. Not right now. It's just gonna be close to your sunset, wherever you are in the world. But yeah, it's just so flippin' beautiful. Just see with your eyes. So anybody can ask, go ahead and ask any questions you might have. Put them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. No big deal. Yeah, it's still capturing. Okay, still going. We've got about 30 seconds left of capture time while it does this. And then I'll show you, I can show you the whole interface once it's done. So I do need to concentrate a little bit on this kind of thing. And then I'll show you a better view of the two in about 5 seconds when this clears up. And maybe we'll switch over to the moon. Okay, cool. That is done. Now I can do that. And I can turn this off. I can turn up the gamma. Yeah. So then we can see the moons. And Jupiter isn't washed out. You know, it is kind of washed out to you, isn't it? Let's look at it again. Now, if I turn off the gamma, you'll be able to see those bands of Jupiter. The resolution isn't super great, but that's just how it is when you're running on a shorter focal length like this. Michael, Adirondack Astronomy, what's up, man? Nice to see you on here. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Oh, and we've got about another, I would say about a half hour of this before it dips too low down the horizon. Before we can't see this anymore. So please do share this on your social media stuff, and retweet it and all that stuff. I know I put a tweet out there, but please share the link on your social media so that we can get this view out, because it's not going to happen again. I don't think I'm going to be this lucky tomorrow. I really, really don't. So if you are able to share, please do. I don't want to be a social media person and like go all out. I already did my 2 tweets and that's about all I'm gonna do. So, Legit Epic Boss Gaming says hi. Do you know, get those legit epic bosses with your gaming? I hope so. I hope so. Okay, yeah, so this is it. This is the conjunction. This is what we're looking at, you know? Thanks, Michael, for sharing. Yeah, I want to get this out here so people can watch this live. The video is going to be here forever, so the same link is going to work tomorrow. It's going to work in a month, but it's just seeing this live, you know, with your own eyes. It's just fabulous. I'm going to go out and take another peek with my eyes because I really, really want to see. I want to see it. That is so cool. They are so close together. Like in the sky, they are about, I would say, if you, next time you look up at the moon, they are about half the width of the moon or so. So this is about half the width of the moon. And that's what I'm seeing in the sky is these 2 dots, one bright dot, one dimmer dot, you know, half the width of the moon apart. And it is so friggin' beautiful. Right. Okay, so let's turn that gamma off. Yeah, so this is more of like the absolute brightness difference between the two. You know, you've got Jupiter up here, and this is almost, it's at 94% or so of its, yeah, of the histogram. So it's almost clipping in brightness, and then Saturn down here is quite a bit dimmer. That's just the way this is. You know, they're quite a bit different from each other. So if I turn the gamma back on, you can see more, and then if I turn this floor, I don't know if that helps or not. I don't think so. I kind of like that. I'll turn this gamma back up. Just enough. So you can see those moons. I mean, there's the moons. If you want to really see the nasty stuff, those look, check out all those pixels. But yeah, make it actually look presentable here. So nice. So the actual field of view through a 600mm telescope, this is the full field of view. So this is the entire camera chip that you're seeing on the screen right now. That's the full chip. And this is where they are. Like, I wouldn't really be able to use any other magnification. I might be able to get away with a 2x Barlow, maybe, but it would be so tight it wouldn't really be worth it. So this is what I've got. It's a 600mm telescope, and it is working brilliantly for this, I think. Mark, Chast, hello, hola, hello. We've got people from all over the world here, which is so cool. I'm in Johannesburg, South Africa. So it's not even fully dark yet. If I want to mimic what the sky brightness is, it's about, I would say about there right now. It's almost dark, but not quite. So it's getting there. Very cool though, very cool. Oh yeah, I can tell you what my exposure and gain are. So I'm using. Oh yeah, I'll show the whole screen now. Yeah, so this is my entire screen. What we're seeing, this is my like control panel. No, I'm not going to activate Windows now. I'm using a really old Windows 7 virtual machine for this. So my gain settings up here, I don't even know if you can read that. It's at 172, around 170 or so. I'm using an ASI 462 MC color planetary camera. I'm using an exposure setting of 4 milliseconds. It's on a telescope, a 600 millimeter telescope that's around f7 or f6.5, I believe. And then, yeah, that's it. Like every camera, every telescope, all the combinations are going to be different. So, you know, but yeah, my gain's about 25% or so. I like to keep it as low as possible with an exposure time really fast at 4 milliseconds. So that's giving us this image as we see now on the screen. These cool things here. This is the histogram of all the RGB color. And then let's see what else. This is with the gamma setting. So this is, I always talk about the gamma. The gamma is at 72, which is about 50% higher than it usually is at 50. 50 is the normal, is the mid. That's basically the gray point. So if you make it brighter with the gamma, which is increasing the midtones, then you can see more faint stuff without blowing out everything else. It just you lose contrast, but it makes it so it's nicer to see. So that's kind of how that works. And that's why I always say, you know, if you want to show stuff like this, and you want to see a dim target and a bright target at the same time, then you use gamma. If you don't, you want to image, you do it this way. It doesn't look nearly as pretty on the screen, doesn't look nice, but it makes for a much better image later. This makes for a much better image now. And down here, these are my telescope controls. I can move the telescope around. So that's why you see me clicking that here and there, because the tracking isn't perfect, because I didn't polar align fully. Let's see, where are we now? Let's turn off this full screen business. Okay, cool, we're back to this. There, so nice. So nice. Okay, I just lost my mouse. Okay, it is time. I think I might have, what time is it right now? If you look in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see the time, the observatory time. So you'll see in universal time, UTC, and then you'll also see SAST, which is it's a South African Standard Time. You'll see those times listed so you can see the exact time that it is for me. Where else? Seems Jupiter gets brighter the closer it gets. Yeah, that's true, but Jupiter's actually moving away from us right now. It's moving, yeah, it's kind of out there. They're both really not that close to us in comparison to where they were back when it was opposition time. So they're further away now. They're actually pretty small. Let's see, where else on here? Okay. Wonder if it's just me, but with them so long on the horizon, you're having trouble getting a sharp focus. Yes, it is difficult to get a good focus, but you just got to do what you can. Luckily, this is like, you know, not at all a high magnification of any sort. So, it's pretty easy to dial in the focus when your magnification isn't that high. This is as good as it gets. The fact that I can see the moons, you know, and their actual pinpoints. Again, this is Europa here, this is Io, this is Ganymede, and this is Callisto out here. And if I boost that gain more, you know, you can see them a little bit better. And then this out here is a star, just hanging out. And I had that star, I listed that star off earlier. So we're gonna be able to see this for about, I would say 10 or 15 more minutes. Probably 15, maybe 20 minutes, we'll see where it is. And then it'll be gonna start dipping down below the trees at my house, and it's gonna be too low. So I might go and switch over to the moon, or I might just take a break and have a beer, you know. Call it for the night, because it's holiday time. But anyway, where am I? Ernie Jacobs, nice view. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Ernie? Ernie's seen a lot of my live streams. I should be drinking a beer right now to celebrate this event. Why am I not doing that? I am a failure. I am a failure. I really should be. But I don't want to miss this. I could go get a beer. Okay, in the comments, should I get a beer? What do you think? Hello. In the comments. Hello. If you have any questions about anything you see, throw them in the comments. I'm happy to answer. I suppose I'll do another capture. I'm going to turn this down a little bit though, because this gamma's a little high. I'm going to put it about there, and then I'm going to turn this on a clipping box, because I only want to capture what's inside that yellow box to keep the file size small. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to capture for 2 minutes. You will see the file size. So up here, this is the actual file size of the video that I'm capturing. These are this number, the second number here is the number of frames that I've captured so far. This is the average frame rate of capture, and then this is the number of seconds that I've been capturing. So that's kind of how I keep track of this. So far tonight, I've captured 40,000 frames of these two beauties. You know, you got a view Friday, fabulous. But yeah, this is so low. You know, you get all kinds of, you get so much interference from the atmosphere. There's so much more junk in the atmosphere. It's difficult to focus. The colors actually change. Red and blue. They get further apart where the focus points are, so you actually get issues with the wavelengths hitting the sensor at the right spot. There's a thing called an atmospheric dispersion corrector, an ADC, which I have on order. It hasn't arrived yet, but it's made for things like that. It's actually got prisms inside, and the prisms will bounce the light around, and basically you align it for how high I'm not really sure actually how you align it because I haven't used it yet, but you align the ADC based on the what you see on the screen and the height off the horizon and all that kind of stuff, and you align those prisms, and it will actually bring the visible spectrum so that it all focuses in the same spot, and that's really important for lower atmosphere imaging. Let's turn this gamma back up. Turn this ugly clipping box off because it just ruins the show. And this writing up here, I've only got that on because it's kind of nice to see. It's called the ephemerides. It's basically telling me what I'm seeing on Jupiter's moons right now, because it does the math and figures out, okay, cool. Well, this moon is Europa, this moon is Io, this moon is Ganymede, this moon is Callisto, and then you can line them up on the screen and say, okay, cool, that's what I see. Great. So that's what that is. And then up here, it's telling me some specific numbers, like focal length is actually, it's assuming the focal length because it knows the resolution of the camera, it knows the size of the pixels, that kind of thing. It's telling me my focal length is about 650 millimeters of effective focal length, which sounds about right. And then, yeah, so the magnitude of Jupiter right now is about -2. Diameter is 33.3 arc seconds. Yeah, it's really cool. So do I have any questions? Ernie says, how, wait, where are we? Vodka and V8. Yeah, I should get a beer. I will just now. We're almost done. I'll get a beer at the end. Because it's getting so low at this point, I'm not going to image anymore. We're just going to have a nice view. So, can everybody see? You can see the moons, which is nice. You can see Saturn's rings, which is nice. I want to make sure we can see everything all the way up to the point where we start to lose these two because of this, you know, the whole rotation of the Earth problem. Thanks, Joel. I'll get a beer just now, I promise. Ernie Jacobs says, how will I stack? Yes, I'm going to stack with a program called Auto Stackert. And for this kind of thing, so Auto Stackert has two different options. You can stack using surface alignment, or you can stack using planetary alignment. And even though we're shooting planets, we need to stack using surface alignment, because you have to think about, this is basically, we're looking at the whole frame, you know, the whole frame here, and there's planets and they're in different areas, and so there isn't one center of mass for it to actually center the frames on. So when you're stacking, use like lunar surface or solar surface settings to do the stack, and then it will give you a nice output. And then you just put your alignment points, you know, a few on Jupiter, one on each moon, and then a few on Saturn. That's it. That's all you do. And then you stack it, and then it will pick the best frames. Like what I did before is I was using like 5%, not very many, just a few frames when I was stacking. So I think I used, my final image had a 10%, if I remember right. So I used a 10% of like 7,000 frames. So, you know, it was about 700 frames or so. And then it looked good. 10% was good. I tried 5%. It wasn't quite as smooth, so I decided 10% was good. When you have that many frames, you know, it's just, you just kind of pick a few and find out which is the best. So yeah, this is a live view of that, and we're kind of losing those bands on Jupiter, so I want to see those. We're going to lose a lot of detail. We've already lost a ton of detail just because of it's so low now. I'm going to go out and take a peek and see where it's at. So at the moment, I'll leave these so we can see the moons almost blowing out Jupiter. You can sort of see the equatorial bands, kind of Jupiter. You know, here you can see those bands. Again, you can see Europa, Io, Ganymede, Callisto, and a star with the long name. And then Saturn and the rings. You can see the Cassini division. Oh, no, you can't actually. Well, you almost can. But yeah, you can see the rings nicely. Very, very cool. Very cool view. Where are we? Okay, there. Where else? How far apart are they now in arc minutes? I don't remember. They're going to get... So, another question we've had is, where are they going to be tomorrow? So tomorrow, if you can visualize, say Saturn's right in the same spot, Jupiter is going to be about there. So they're almost at closest approach already. It's just going to be more kind of on top of each other. So they're a little bit offset now. Tomorrow at closest approach, Jupiter's going to be right about there. So, you know, use your finger. It's going to be like, you know, about a third closer than it is right now. So you'll have Jupiter here where the mouse pointer is, and then you'll have Saturn. So it'll be about there tomorrow. And that will be the closest approach, and then they'll just kind of slide on past each other and keep going. So like 2 days from now, they'll be the same distance-ish from each other. So like you'll have Jupiter, it'll be over here though. You know, instead of being here, it'll be over here. Tomorrow it'll be here, and then in a couple days it'll be here, and then they'll just slowly get farther apart again, because that's how their orbits are working. Okay, bye Nicole. It's almost done anyway, so you're not going to really miss much. We're going to lose it behind a tree in probably about 5 or 10 minutes. So, you know, where else? Vin Ray, hello, thanks for setting this up and sharing. It's a pleasure. Which telescope and eyepiece are you using? I'm using a 650 millimeter APO telescope, refractor style telescope. It is, let's see, I'm not using an eyepiece, I'm using a camera. I'm using an ASI 462 MC camera from ZWO. It actually arrived here on Friday. It's a color camera, and that's the only reason we get to see any sort of color at all. And we're losing detail as we're getting lower and lower in the horizon here. So yeah, that's what I'm using. The only filter I'm using right now is a luminance filter, and the luminance filter in this case on a color camera is used to block UV light and infrared light, because this particular camera and any camera that doesn't have a filter on it, even your home DSLRs and mirrorless cameras will have an infrared blocking filter, like a red block, because the thing is, when you without any sort of filter on it to block the infrared light, a camera sensor is much more sensitive to an eye, to the human eye, for UV and IR. So it can actually pick up that light, so you actually have to block it. And it's so much different than the visible light that it will cause all kinds of focus issues, and you'll get a blurry image, and it'll be just nasty. And so you actually want to block everything outside the visual spectrum if you want like a true color image. And it's interesting too to see as it gets lower and lower, we have less color on Saturn. It's more just a grayish, where it was more of kind of a yellow. You know, it was that Saturn-y color that you see. We used to have more color on Jupiter on the bands and stuff when it was higher altitude. It's just slowly getting lower and lower in the sky, being obscured by more and more atmosphere and junk in the Earth's atmosphere. And we are really approaching the last few minutes or so of what I'll be able to show you of this conjunction, because this is getting so low. I'm not going to have much left. I'm actually going to go take a peek. I'm going to go take a peek outside quickly and see how close it is to the trees, see how much time I think we might have. But given last night, I'm going to guess we've got 5 to 10 minutes tops, maybe less, of this. I'm actually seeing, it almost looks like Saturn is starting to dim, which means it might be getting obscured almost by a tree already. So let me get this centered, and I'm going to pop outside and take a look. In the meantime, go ahead and queue up some questions in the comments, and I will answer anything in there that you put. And yeah, regarding this conjunction, or regarding, you know, how I'm shooting this and that kind of thing, let me know. I'll be right back, like in 2 seconds. Okay, yeah, it looks like, I'm gonna guess we've only got a couple of minutes left. We've got about one moon width of time before it hits the trees, it looks like. So my prediction, based on how this stuff works, is I'm gonna guess 3 minutes max, maybe 2 minutes before we start losing these behind the trees. So if you've just joined, thanks very much. What you're seeing, I see there's quite a few people watching now. What you're seeing is this great conjunction, this thing that you'll be able to see right by sunset, just for not very long, you know, like maybe an hour past sunset or so, and that's it. And you know, there's Jupiter's moons, the main Galilean moons, Europa, Io, Ganymede, Callisto, and then Saturn down here. The closest approach of these two in their orbital paths as viewable from Earth is going to be tomorrow, right around this time, a little bit later. And Jupiter is going to be about right here in relation to Saturn. So it's going to go, you know what I mean? And it's going to slide right on by. They're going to slide right on by each other, and that it's going to be right about there. So it's not much different than what it's going to look tomorrow, except for they're going to be more in like a stacked configuration, which is also pretty cool. Like I said, we've only got a couple of minutes left of this. I'm really expecting this to pop down in just a couple of minutes. I may have been wrong with my two-minute guess. I might miss this one tree branch. I'm not sure. But this is yeah, what it is. Feel free to ask any questions you've got. It'll be here. This video will be on YouTube forever. It'll live forever on YouTube. You'll be able to go back and rewatch or share the link or do whatever you want to throughout history, time, whatever. I don't know where I was going with that sentence, but it will live there forever on YouTube. So yes, to answer your question, the link will be the same. Nothing's going to change there. I'm actually seeing quite a bit. It's crazy how much the light is scattering between. We usually only look at red and blue because they're on the far ends of that visual spectrum, but it's, yeah, the light from the atmosphere is scattering that red and blue light so differently right now. It's not even funny. It's crazy. There's a little readout on my screen that's showing me that. So it's getting very, very low. They're moving around because I'm actually moving the telescope. That's why you see these two moving around. Let's see, where am I now? I'm looking at the comments to see. Yeah, go out now. Don't wait. Do not wait. So, biggest piece of advice for viewing this: don't wait until the close approach. All of this hype around the 21st of December is pissing me off because it's close now. It's been close for days. Go out and look. They're not going to merge into one point. They're going to get really close. And if you pull out binoculars, you're really going to be able to see everything. It's going to be amazing, even through binoculars. Don't wait until the 21st. Go out now. If you've got clear skies, go out now. If you've got clear skies on the 22nd, but you didn't on the 21st, go out on the 22nd. If you didn't on the 22nd, go out on the 23rd. They're not like going to go that fast. I mean, it's going to take days, you know? So go out. Don't worry about the 21st. Yes, that's closest approach, but look at where they are now. We're still a whole day away from closest approach, and this is where they are now. So, my point is, go look. Don't wait. The 21st is meaningless. That's just the point of closest approach. I'm done with my rant now. Okay? Yeah. Pleasure. Thanks for the feed. You are very welcome. Can I suggest a good ephemeris app? There's tons of them. If you're looking for accuracy, if you're looking for pure amazing accuracy, check out WinJupos. It's super sciencey. Oh, we're starting to lose it. It's okay. So you see what Jupiter looks like? You see this refraction of the light from Jupiter? That's because it's hitting a tree. It's hitting a tree right now. The light from Jupiter is bouncing off a tree leaf or a cloud. Most likely a tree leaf. Yeah, I think we're going to lose them quick. We are going to lose them. So enjoy this view. Enjoy this view. So yeah, ephemeris app. Check out. Listen, ephemeris can be found on like Sky Safari on your phone. So there's ephemeris data. Oh, we're losing Saturn. Oh no. Yep. There goes Saturn. That's because it's gone behind a tree. Oh, we've lost Saturn behind a tree. There is no more conjunction. Just as I hit like 200 concurrent viewers. if you, oop, there's Saturn again. It popped out from behind a leaf. I'm gonna keep it here until it goes forever. It was a leaf. It popped behind a leaf or something on a tree, and now it's back. Sneaking through. I will be here until they're both dead. Yeah, that gamma is a little too high now for. There's just so much washiness from the atmosphere. They're so low. Where are we? Where are we now? I am. Yeah, so much overcast. I'm very happy to share. I'm super happy that I'm able to share this because I really, really wanted to be able to do this for everyone. What time will they get super close? EST time? I don't know. UT time though? I think the closest approach time is right around like 2000 hours on the 21st, if I remember right. So it's going to be about 26 hours from now, I believe, is closest approach, but I'm not sure. You're gonna have to look that up to make sure. It's about 24 hours from now or so. That's the exact time. Where else? It's the 21st for you. Yeah, so yeah, in some places in the world it is the 21st already. So, you know, this whole date thing. Time is meaningless. It doesn't make any sense. Don't worry about time. It's crazy. Yeah, Saturn is definitely playing hide and seek. Oh, now Jupiter is starting to be obstructed by probably the same leaf. Oh, there's Saturn popping behind a leaf. We might be losing them for good now. Ugh, come on back, Saturn. Come on. I see just a tiny bit. It wants to. Oh, there it is. It's coming back. Yeah, there's like, I think it's a pine tree, actually, that it's getting blocked by. So there might be like little needles, you know, like clumps of needles or something like that. So, where else are we? I did not kill Saturn, Michael. Saturn is still there. Yeah, they're very close to the horizon, depending. Yeah, so basically look to the west, southwest, just south of where the sun sets. So wherever the sun sets, just look a little south of that, and you'll see maybe I would say about an hour after sunset, or no, 30 minutes after sunset, just something like that. Look close to the horizon, like not that high up, maybe 20 degrees up above the horizon. Check around that area, and you'll see these two little tiny, you know, bright points in that dusk sky. And there goes Saturn again. Saturn might be gone. I don't worry about the time. Saturn is disappearing because it's going behind a tree. And Saturn may be gone now for good. Saturn may be gone behind a tree because it's really, really low. It's setting just like the sun, and I think it went behind a tree for good. I'll keep it up here for a few minutes, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to call it quits now because I'm seeing Jupiter getting obstructed now. Saturn doesn't see. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. I just saw a little blip. Let's see. From Russia with love. Well, thank you very much. Don't worry, nothing to worry about. Yes, you can see the moons. Oh no! Now they're both went behind a tree. I can't show you anything. Maybe it will come back. Or maybe it was a cloud. Yeah, I think it's probably time to close this down. If you actually want to see them, go back in the. You can rewind in the stream and actually see, you know, the live where it was. The time up there in your upper right hand corner is the actual observatory time, and you'll be able to see that. So, yeah, I guess everybody. Thank you. You can check. Yeah, time to buy a chainsaw for sure. Yes, it's going to be visible tomorrow. Definitely will be visible tomorrow. So go and check this tomorrow. You know what I could do? No, I can't do that. Actually, it's not there. If you check my feed, you will be able to see on Twitter. You'll actually be able to see my image from last night. Wow, no, I can pull it up. Let me pull up. I'll pull up the image from last night, and I'll just throw it up there for you. Let's see. Let me find it. I'm gonna find it quickly, and I'll show you the final image of what was. So this was last night. Oh, and it's huge. Okay, I need to make it smaller because it's massive. It's going to take over the whole screen. So this is last night. This was my final processed image from last night. This is not live. This is last night's image. So you see there. Remember, this is not live. This is last night's image. This is where they were last night. So people were asking, where were they last night? This is where it was last night, not tonight. Io, the moon Io, was actually behind Jupiter, and that's why we can only see 3 moons there. And then you see Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, and then Saturn and Titan down there in the lower right. So that's why we see that. I'll show you then the annotated image from last night. So yeah, this is what we can see. This was last night. So this is where it was last night. I'd show it to you what we saw tonight, but it is now, it's popped down below the trees. So I can't show you a live view of what it was tonight anymore. I can only show you recorded views. So I'll show you last night's final image, and this is what last night's final image looked like. You can see, I'll make it bigger, so you can see, you know, the bands of Jupiter. You can actually see the Great Red Spot, which was pretty cool. There's that little, in the upper right-hand corner of Jupiter, you can see that the Great Red Spot. You can see the equatorial bands nicely, and you can definitely see the atmospheric effects on the moons, where you got the red and the blue popped over. And then the Saturn side over here, you can see Titan, the biggest moon of Saturn there, and then you can see Saturn nicely with the, I don't know why this is doing that, there we go. You can see the rings, you can see, almost see the, yeah, you can see the Cassini division if you look really close, and you can see quite a bit of detail. So this was last night, last night's image, and I'll be making a similar image for tonight's view, and it will look something like this when it's done. And yeah, so hopefully that's what it will be. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close this thing down, and you can check out my my control. This is what I'm seeing. I'm only showing you guys the other thing, but you can see there's nothing there. It's gone. We are behind the trees. So join me again sometime. We'll look at the moon. It'll be fun. So enjoy. Goodbye. Good night, everyone. And make sure you all at least give this a try. You gotta look at this thing sometime. So go out after sunset, look to the south southwest, find these things. Yeah. Where are we? Jeez, crazy stuff. Okay. I'm looking at the comments right now. A lot of crazy stuff. No chainsaw. That's fine. I'm not gonna cut down any trees. They're my neighbors anyway. Why you can't see it from Lebanon, not sure, but Lebanon, it will already be down. Yeah, it'll already be down. It'll already be below the horizon. You'll have to look right after sunset tomorrow, and you should be able to see that. Please put in your video. Thanks. I'm not sure what you mean. You can contact me on Twitter if you want. Good night, Mark. Good night, everybody. Cheers, everyone. Thank you. If you want to see stuff again, go back. You can rewind. You can look in the feed, and you'll be able to go back and see what it was. So, okay. Enjoy. Good night.